Alright, last time on Ghost of SaltMarsh, we found ourselves in a bad situation quickly enough, as you guys had been assaulted by rather frog people, a lot of them, as they're kind of everywhere, honestly. You saw a bunch of bullywogs, you did fight most of them off. Seeing fit, they brought reinforcements, they brought some croakers, they brought the big bullywog royal king and its toad as they were taking you guys down a notch, as it was pretty close quarters. Quick thinking of Zunis acting in his shaping ship forms, as well as Stanzatar continuously getting healing from Akarai and taking names, as C from behind, making sure to get distance from the psychic attacks and burning people alive. You guys eventually killed them all. It was rough, as Shelly had expended all his slots to keep everybody up. As you guys did eventually loot the bodies, as they didn't really have much of worth, but you did notice the king himself had a lot of money. As you realize this guy had a fortune. You found 325 platinum off this guy, which is about 3,000 something gold. As well as you did find a helmet, but you didn't really know what it was, as you guys just took it anyways. It looked like the crown of the king, so it had kind of fish, kind of carvings in it, as you guys took it. Seeing fit to get out of the situation if more reinforcements were going to come, as you guys kind of were lost in the swamp, trying to follow your noses and trying to find the river if possible. Eventually, after several hours, eventually arriving at the river and following it down south towards the ocean, hoping that was where the location of the map that you got from the ghost ship originally for the meeting between the lizard folk and the smugglers. As after a few hours, you guys found yourself tired as the night eventually sprung upon you in the swamp. It was pretty rough sleeping, as you didn't really find any dry land, but you made shift with some spears and whatever not you could to kind of make camp, kind of make yourself a little bed. Within the night, you did get attacked again, as I believe it was Zunis was not on guard. I'm not too sure it was Akarai. I don't know who it was. But one of you guys were not paying attention, as you kind of nodded off as a snake bit them, as it continuously went on with snakes and gators, as the gators were watching and waiting for the snakes to either finish you guys off and get the easy leftovers, as the gators eventually came in, noticing the snakes were not doing enough. And some of the gators were fighting, some of the snakes and gators were fighting each other, as you guys eventually killed them all. It was pretty close, as Akarai was down to the count, as well as Stans and Tar, as eventually you guys did manage to survive another night in this swampy hell, quickly making your way upon the next day as we begin to march towards, hopefully, the lizard folks lair as you begin to make your way. As that is our recap for Ghost of SaltMarsh of last session. As C, you're on next recap.
Okie dokie. Oh, I would like to point out that being attacked by the snakes and gators, we did take some gator teeth, and we named ourselves the Gator Tooth Crew without you. Sorry, guys, if you weren't here to make a vote, but 4 out of 7 were.
What was it? Gator? What?
Gator Tooth Crew. We were
Gotcha.
talking about Gator Tooth Gang, but that sounded a little bit too Bloods and Crippies, so we went with Crew, because that sounded more like a pirate crew. I don't know.
So how many of these teeth did we get?
Don't remember. I don't know what you guys wrote.
I think everybody got one at least.
Ooh, wonderful. I'd like to make a necklace out of it when we get some downtime.
Can use it as a dagger.
As you guys begin to move further down, kind of the swampy kind of area itself, I'd like actually everybody roll a perception check as you begin to make your way across unknown territory down the Dunwater River. My apologies. I think some people haven't logged in yet.
I'm doing it now. Sorry, I forgot this on my work computer and had to.
As Stanzatar, you quickly notice, as well as Shelly. Eventually, Mujuju, you eventually notice it in the distance after a few moments. As you do see reinforcements, as you do see quite a bit of them, as they don't seem to be threatening, but they do begin to look at you with kind of curious thoughts. As you do see a pack, probably about 10 lizard folk, kind of approach you. As you do see a rather large individual in between them, kind of being kind of the chief or maybe the general or such, as he kind of grunts towards you, snarling, as he begins to speak Draconic towards you. Does anybody understand Draconic?
I do.
As he looks towards you, as he snarls, "Why have you come here? Humans do not belong in our lands." As you can tell, he speaks a little bit more kind of more pronounced compared to most lizard folks, as their language is kind of broken common. As this one looks like he's kind of learned the language of the common folk a little bit more over the years.
How far are we from these guys?
You're about, I'd say, 100 feet away, as they shout out.
They said that in Draconic, and then
Draconic.
they didn't say anything in... Okay. No one else understands Draconic, right?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast
man.
8 on 5 people with the lowest health. So who's the squishy people in our group, or who's our frontliners here?
I'm running out of arrows soon, so maybe me? Don't know. I'd prioritize someone else other than Muju.
Oh, that's 1. I can cast it on 2 more people. Your max health goes up by 5.
Ziggy, probably.
Give it to Siggy for sure.
I usually go there. Yep.
And whoever else wants it.
I'll
All
take
I
the other
heard
5 if
was-
no one else wants it.
Iratos.
Yeah, go for it.
Iratos.
As he waits for a response, as the lizard folks begin to like eye you, as they kind of like sharpen their little tools. As you can see, they have the kind of bucklers, the spike shields, their spears in hand. As you see the one in the middle, it looks like a shaman.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the people and just say, do we want to, like, looking at them, wait, are we still in the water?
You are in the swamp lands. You are following the Dunwater River.
Yeah, so he's just gonna look at everybody and like, do we want to make a diplomatic thing, or do we just want to kill them?
No, diplomat. Let's not kill these guys. This has been a mess.
Who are
Okay,
you
because I can
talking
speak their
about?
language. Well, I can understand them. They're
You
just
can
telling us why
communicate?
are we here. Humans are not allowed in this.
Tell them we want to talk. That's it.
He just looks at you guys for a second with like a mouth open. He's like, okay.
Iratos.
Monkey's just gonna try to see if he can go alone. Still fucking paranoid of the water.
What are you saying to them as they look at you?
It's taking me a bit to understand Draconic, but he can master the language fast. But we mean no harm. Okay, guys.
They speak to each other. As he eventually kind of changes kind of the tongue, so you realize he switches to common. It seems you do not speak our tongue. Why do you come to our lands? He speaks in common now towards you.
We have the weapons that you ordered.
They look towards you. Weapons.
Yes. Somebody, maybe above your pay grade, ordered weapons from us, and we're here to deliver.
Pay grade? What does this mean?
Your station.
Station? As they look at each other confused.
Your leaders.
Your prestige. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Do you have a
Something
boss?
of a
A higher
yeah.
up? A chieftain?
I am the sub-chieftain. Irios is my name. And you?
Pleasure to meet you, darling. I'm Stanzentar. And I have with me Siggy, an emissary from, what's the name of our town? SaltMarsh.
SaltMarsh, yes.
And I have Cyrodian representing the Sea Elves. And Zunis representing the Traitons. We understand that there may be plans afoot. We wish to talk to your captain. Or your chieftain.
No captain here.
Chieftain, I'm sorry. Sorry, darling. My words betray me right now.
Arthurkint.
Arthurkin is our chieftain. She is queen of all the lizards here. Is that your purpose to meet with her?
Yes. Yes, it is.
As he looks towards you all. And kind of slithers back and begins to move. Come, follow us. But you must follow our rules. Or else.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let's hear
What
the
are
rules
the
first.
rules? Yes.
They don't tell you. They just begin to move off. As they begin to move off in pace, you can see a lot of them are like kind of scale shield warriors. They're kind of very tribal, because they don't really understand what you're talking about. Captains, and they're primitive for sure, but you can tell the one kind of speaks really good English. Common, he's probably been taught from maybe an elf maybe, or maybe other of their kin that have met with humans before.
As we start to walk off, I cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
I don't want to forget that again.
After a good hour of voyage, you eventually come towards the lizardfolks' lair. It's very far off into the distance, but you eventually make it there, as it's kind of on the coastal region. As you do see a large cave ahead of you, as it's kind of encampment with lots of guards of lizard folks of different ages. As you do see him kind of move towards there, you can see another rather aged lizard folk, as he looks very old, if anything, as he kind of bows towards them. As he starts to speak kind of draconic, back towards his significant other, to relay what he found. And
Sorif.
this is Surif, our minister. Pleasure. As he looks towards you, in common, as he looks towards you, he doesn't look like a fighter, but he looks like he's fluent in a lot of common languages, as he kind of alliterates towards many different species. You will have to forfeit your weapons for the time being to enter, if you wish to meet the Queen. As you can see, a lot of the lizard folk, just in general, the colony of lizard folk, they're very nervous. They're on edge. As you can see, they saw fear in their eyes. Not from you, humans, but something worse. As you can see, they're kind of on guard and obviously being precautious on who they invite to their lair.
Okay, Stanzentar will gather her weapons. She'll take her rapier, dagger, and bow and offer them up.
I will follow suit.
Zunis piles up his, then puts them on the ground.
Oh, I forgot as well, in the recap, Oceanus died. He didn't survive.
Wait, what happened?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he died.
Aw.
What happened in the battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Oh.
No! Who am I gonna mess with that night now?
Well, that's disappointing.
Well, it's better.
Everybody else
Okay.
went down too. We used our healing to save the crew rather than the NPC.
It's better. Yeah, it's better than having a player character die versus.
Yeah, disappointing in general still. Siggy looks unhappy, but puts down her shield and her very slowly puts down her warhammer.
You will have
On the
them
table.
back if the queen regards you as friend. If not, you can have your weapons and be on your way. We do not want trouble here.
I'm gonna give my short bow and my rapier, but I'm gonna try to hide my dagger.
You're gonna try
Put
to
down
hide
my
your
dagger.
dagger?
Yes.
Alright, they're gonna roll insight on you.
Do I make a sleight of hands or a stealth?
Sleight of hand if you're hiding it somewhere particularly. But usually sleight of hand could be meaning stealing as well. It's up to you, whatever you feel prefer.
Let's go for that.
20.
Bring it.
Alright, you managed to hide your dagger. What's the insight for, Shelly? If they're telling the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not. They're kind of on high alert. As you'll understand a little bit more as you enter into the lair, as he'll probably explain a little bit more about the kin that live here. As,
Yeah, on my side, I just use my tail to hide the dagger up my back and keep it there.
everybody else gave their weapons except for that dagger.
Yeah, I gave my
Or
rapier
no.
and my short bow. So I gave my
I mean-
rapier and my short bow to make it look like I did.
Yes.
Yes.
I took off my spear. I took off my spear and I took off the weapons that I had in my hands. Yes.
And your shield as well.
Yes. Because that was what I said first.
Okay, so all your
Abstains and Tara will remember and take her second dagger out of her
you
boot.
can see it was given towards the individual you had met.
I still have a blue stone
Urios,
floating around my head though.
as he has taken in the items for the time being, as they're not looking at it; they're just securing it for you for the time being. As you can see, Savers kind of moves forward as he kind of hisses, "Come forth, we shall come for the greeting with the queen."
Can you bring the backpack with you? We've got gifts for the queen. You can carry it. We don't need to carry it, but would you bring it with, please?
I didn't take that off. Did I say that?
No.
They didn't ask me to take
okay.
that off.
They just want
Okay.
your weapons.
Okay, fair enough.
And to be fair, that's actually in a pouch that's on our side, right? A bag that's
I have my ultimate weapons. Banana
drawn
peels.
over the side. Looks like a
But no,
nice
no.
man bag, lady bag.
Sorry.
Oh, this is a
And I
big
forgot
map.
my converter.
Yeah, it's a dungeon, bro. I think that's everybody. Alright. So you guys get to the entrance as you do obviously the lizard folk that is seeing fit to have you follow him as he begins to showcase and suffice upon the area of his domain as he opens the gate for you. As you can ask him questions as you do go across, and it's a good way, obviously, learning about the lizard folk and their colony, and why they fear or why they're on edge. Many potential conversations can be had as well. As they begin to move through the areas, as he begins to kind of showcase you around. So this is where you guys are up here. As you can see, lizard folk over here, as he does kind of showcase a little bit about the area. This is our guard room. As you can see, the lizard folk kind of hiss towards you. As they're not really making much noise, you can see they're kind of just looking at you and making a rather good eye contact, but not enough to be threatening, as they do see, obviously, somebody of higher standing is with you as they begin to kind of move through the vicinity as he begins to head forward.
Well, as Zunis passes, he waves to the guards and then keeps walking.
So they kind of look towards you as they rather confused at the notion. Alright, so I'm gonna as he begins
So how does this look? Does this look like it's been here for a long time? Does it look like haphazard, kind
it
of
looks
rough?
like it's been here a long time. It looks like it's been it's kind of it is kind of their home, if anything. As the lizardfolk had owned more of the land, but seeming fit, they have an enemy that has been pushing them back away from the swamps, as they had claimed most of the swampy areas, as they had lost a lot of their areas to begin with. Sadly, my roll 20 is frozen. I can't move it. I gotta wait. For some reason, it's not responding. For some reason, I might have to refresh. Okay, there we go. It unfroze. For some reason, it wasn't responding. So he's not going to guide you across this whole area, but he is obviously showcasing some areas of interest, of course. But he is trying to lead you towards the queen herself. Come.
Is it our presence that's making everybody uneasy, or is there something else at play?
You can feel that there's an edge on both sides. Why have you come this far? As he looks towards you. He doesn't look that much, but he turns his neck a little bit, slightly.
We seek an audience with your chieftain.
But what purpose?
Queen, your queen.
Why, but what purpose? Than merely meeting. You've come far and wide. Not many humans will come through the swamp.
Our interest is twofold. One, we do have metal weapons that it seems that she entered into an agreement with somebody to purchase. We are here to fulfill that promise that we have those weapons. And we would like to find out why she is purchasing these weapons.
Purchasing? I have not heard of that.
Bartering, maybe.
Great.
Trade. They are trading gold pieces for
The
metal
whole
weapons.
conversation is completely over his head. He doesn't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I think you guys are just going overboard with the intelligence here.
I don't know how to act in these guys, and when I get nervous, I talk too much. Yeah.
Here is your entrance. I shall go forward, and then bring you. As he enters and kind of closing the door. You guys find yourself closed for the time being as he begins to introduce you towards it.
Did they take our shields as well?
They took everything that was either a shield or weapons. If you gave them to them, of course.
Bunk. Except the frying pan.
I forgot to put this on.
I think they took the frying pan and the Roman can.
I still got my pipes of sewers in case I need some rats in case.
If there is rats in the vicinity. As you do eventually come to an open hallway, as the lizard folk introduces you towards the queen, as you do see a rather large audience of different kinds.
Althicant.
This is Othican, the queen of the lizard folks. As you do see some shield guardians with them, as you do see a rather larger frog of a creature, as you do see the chieftain on the cross, as we saw seeing fit to break forth. I have brought these ones far and wide. Humans come to our lands, Othakit, for trade. They speak of weapons. As she begins to look towards you. Is this true? As she looks towards you.
I apologize. What? I'm sorry.
We
was
have
that?
some weapons.
We're being asked if we have the weapons.
Yeah.
We spoke of weapons, and they're asking if that's true.
No, darling, we have weapons for you.
How many weapons?
How many do you need? What do you need them for?
An army's worth. As you can see one of them talking to it, as you do eventually see Ariothis here, the other guy that had taken your stuff, as he gave it to everybody else, the guards, beforehand, quickly making his way here. As he says, we need 100 weapons worth to liberate our enemies. As he speaks towards you all, as Othaken agrees, as she kind of sits down.
Sorry, is this still in Draconic or Common?
She's speaking common, they're all speaking common to you.
And who are your enemies then?
The Sanguine is our enemies. I have driven us from our lands. We have no choice to occupy this small bunker.
Well, we came here to find information. We are glad that we were not glad that you are at war, but we feared that you may have been attacking SaltMarsh.
We have not attacked SaltMarsh.
No, you haven't, and you're not even planning on it, so we appreciate that. Actually, we from SaltMarsh would like to help you in your fight against the Sanguine.
As one speaks up, as you can see, we are nervous on the edge of raiding a few weeks ago by the humans and half-orcs. I have been engaging with us for land territories.
Well, I'm sorry, but those guys that you were dealing with were not nice, and we seem to have liberated their horde from them. But, with that being said, we will give you what is due yours.
What half-orcs and what territory? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, and that too.
They don't specify the territory. They have specified that they're nervous about humans and half-ogres invading their sanctums, their homes. And as they explained that they had lost a majority of their lizard folk due to the wars. As they feel like they're against all odds. As the lizard folk don't have allies anywhere, seeing fit they can't turn their heads towards
Well, the Sanguine are definitely not very nice people. And they did attack us as we were coming here to find out what was going on. So we have no love for the Sanguine. That is for sure.
And as they said, I'm going to point to the sharp bite on my shell, and it's like, yeah, we were attacked on the way here to see you, actually.
Well, to earn my favor, one has to earn the favor of the clans. As she speaks towards you all. If you are truly here to make a truce with me, then you must make truce with the clans here.
How can we get in your good graces? What must we do?
You must earn your stay upon our clan. Come forth upon the rooms here and begin to reciprocate, talk, trade, potential aid, have a conversation, make your worth of value towards them. They will not follow humans as she begins to talk towards her lizardkin. As you can see, the other one speaking up as he says, "You must do this because the Queen will agree on terms to ally with the humans. What say you? Are you here to help us liberate the Sanguine? We're not here to conquer your lands." As they speak about SaltMarsh, of course, they don't seem to be, from what your insight can tell you, they don't seem to be looking to just conquer SaltMarsh. But it's hard to tell, of course, with lizard folk. But with just a normal insight, you can tell she's rather intrigued on you to potentially have a conversation or even make your rounds around the lair and talk to individual lizard folk and see if you can side with them, either by saying certain things that would inspire lizard folk on joining your side. As it is kind of one clan to agree to one term, as they will not fight by humans and not trust them without obviously agreement of the whole clan being on the same side. As she wants you to work your kind of magic in a sense. As the lizard folk says, "If you agree to these terms, you will have 1 day to side with the rest of the clans here. If you fail, you will be escorted out. And if you dare attempt anything lethal, well, you'll see what happens." As he grins his teeth.
Okay, huddle, guys.
As we huddle, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not good at talking. I'm just good with the stabbing staff, and I just like do the hand motions.
There's too many of them, and we don't even have our weapons right now.
Like,
I think the purpose of our visit was to talk with them and to get on their side.
It is. But what is it we bring to this? We didn't quite think this out, other than Shelley teaching them how to cook, which I'm not sure they're going to take much liking to. What appreciable skills do we have to offer them?
Well, we have in Ziggy's bag, we have the certain items that were promised to them that were on the ship that we
Sorry,
believe.
I was muted. I thought I was talking. Yeah, Siggy is our question the whole time. Is like, I'm not sure the terms that we're actually trying to agree to, because it seems like they want our help. They, as if we're coming to aid them, and they want us to earn their trust so that we can fight with them. But I don't think that's what we were offering, is it? We were offering to sell them weapons in exchange for something. But I don't know what we're getting out of this. So they want to earn our trust?
They were looking for hundreds of weapons, not just what you have. They were looking for a lot. Obviously, one of them was interested in weapons to arm them for the Sanguines that come. You can tell by the chieftain, she is obviously inspired that you guys came this far and out from SaltMarsh just to obviously speak with her. As she assumes you're coming here to make a truce.
I figured that. But they haven't. Have they been attacking us recently, SaltMarsh? Out of the character. I didn't think the lizard folk were really a noticeable thorn in SaltMarsh's side. So a truce isn't. I'm just curious. All right. Sorry.
Well, maybe we can get intel from them about the Sanguine threat, if nothing else, because if it's affecting them, that could come to SaltMarsh. I mean, ultimately, we're here at the behest of the council. They came here, wanted us to come here and see what this threat was. And this doesn't seem like a threat to SaltMarsh, but we could use them as allies in something that would come further. So while we're here, we can get on their good side and try to do something to earn their trust.
Fair enough. We could do that.
Siggy, weren't you one of the guards? Maybe you can teach them how to use some of these weapons?
Well, they don't even know about them yet because we didn't
We haven't
disclose
found them.
that.
You haven't really disclosed them, no. But obviously, if you guys are here to make a truce with lizardfolk, obviously the chieftain will give you a day's worth of time to kind of greet and look around the entire layer here, obviously, as she will allow you to do that without issue. Of course, you can use different categories for different kinds of lizard folk. Of course, it can be history, it can be religion, it can be athletics for like the tough warriors. It can be even a persuasion check to try to have a conversation with them on topics and such like that. It's up to you, of course. If you see that, why are we even trucing with these people? Are we not here just to kill them, or are we here to potentially just here for weapon trades? But the problem is, the weapons that you have is only a dozen weapons. That's not enough for an army.
We have 70.
70 weapons from where?
Well, we had 40 of lances, 20 spears, 10 long swords, some shield.
We got a
We
lot of
didn't
crap
gather-
from the bullywugs. We got like a bunch of javelins,
Oh,
but we've only got like
yeah,
20 metal weapons.
20 metal weapons, yeah. I was running, it was like, there's no way you have 70 lances and stuff like that, no. You have a bunch
40
of...
javelins.
Yeah, you have like primitive weapons, for sure. They were looking for like the actual weapons that were promised, but they don't know anything about these promised weapons. There was probably a lizard folk that was supposed to kind of connect that, as it looks like they didn't connect that because they're dead. As you remember, the lizard folk that you guys killed on the ship, they were the connection towards the people here. They have no idea about those weapons.
You know what? The weapons might be primitive, but it's something. Something's better than nothing, right?
Well, if you're offering it for freely to them, then they'll take it. But obviously, if you're looking for money, then that's a different equation, of course. As I'm not too sure if you guys are here for money, or you guys are here for a treaty between, obviously, alliances between the forces of the Sanguine, which obviously engaged a few of them that looks like they own some of the sea.
I'm just trying to remember. What was our initial mission when we left
So when
SaltMarsh?
you left the mission, you had two objective missions, of course. You had one with the people of SaltMarsh and basically the council. They were agreeing that you should make a truce and alliance with this lizard folk, as they don't want them to attack their homeland, seeing fit maybe, as they weren't sure about the lizard folk, obviously because they think they're barbaric. They don't really know about lizard folk society. And of course, you were potentially also hired by your individual that had been kind of helping you through this entire ordeal, which I forgot his name, was Anders, as he had mentioned that you should just kill them all.
But our purpose was to come here and find out what the pirates, or smugglers, sorry, were selling the weapons for,
As you
and
realize,
to take advantage of it.
so you realize
That
right
was
now
the
they
other reason.
don't know about those weapons. As
Right.
you brought the conversation multiple times to a couple lizard folk, and they don't know about these weapons. As one lizard folk was interested in the weapons, but he was asking for 100 of them to obviously prepare, obviously, for war. As they assume by their part you came this far out to make a treaty with them. They don't know you're here to make a buck. They have no idea of that. So at this point, you can obviously talk towards her and see if maybe you can make a deal. If you want to do it that way, it's up to you.
Althicant.
Because Othican doesn't really know what's going out currently at SaltMarsh, and she doesn't have no idea what's going on right now. Her goal right now is to arm her people, prepare for war.
Okay, these weapons can act as a symbol of good faith, that this is a small sample of what we can bring if we can gain their alliance and help them in that. I say we give them. I say there's no real value in these weapons to us at this point, and their goodwill is probably worth more than the actual monetary value we would bring in from selling these.
Yeah, and have you seen their teeth? I don't want to piss these guys off because they could probably bite right through us.
There's a lot of them, too. A lot.
Yeah, and combined, the lizard folk and the people of SaltMarsh might be able to fight off the sanguines instead of on their own. So I would like to get on their good sides.
I'm definitely down for that. Stans and
So
Tar
you-
knows a little bit about sanguines, being a sailor and sailing through the moon seas. They're all over there, and there's been wars fought. So she is anti-sanguine.
I'm pro SaltMarsh, so that works for me.
And I really don't want to follow Andrew's idea of just killing everything. These creatures don't exactly seem hostile towards us.
Okay, so we're in agreement. We want to give her all the weapons we've gone so far and say that this is, I mean, obviously the wooden weapons are ones we found. We'll give them to them for now. But the promise of possible more metal weapons to come.
Yeah, we can tell them we were attacked on the way and the sanguine sank our ship, which had more weapons on it.
There you go. Yep, it is true.
It does sound like she needs us to kind of go to each individual and kind of win them to our side. She is not alone in this. She has somewhat of a committee she answers to.
Yeah, so if there's like a more like a general or like more of a war-minded person, we can give them the weapons and let them.
He's the one right here, the one that originally you had the conversation with as soon as you entered in.
So we should take them up on their offer and then go back to our backpacks, pull out, and even though some backpacks are on us, go back to our area and bring out the weapons for them after the day.
I actually think we'll have to leave for a moment and come back with some of the weapons because I don't want to reveal that we have a backup holding. So where we have a few things.
That's what I meant. Right? Going back to regroup in a sense.
Okay, yeah.
So
I just need to get out of there.
Currently, right now, it's up to you if you want to agree to it. To have a goodwill tour, that's what she's offering. With obviously nobody's gonna obviously kill you or anything like that, but to make an alliance with the lizard folk on a first impression to potentially gain some allies, allegiance towards some of these individuals. Of course, this is like it's going to be a chart, so there's going to be DCs on benefits, and then there's penalties as well, depending on your actions and how you initiate each interaction with some lizard folks. So the goal is you have a whole day to do this, and at the end of the day, if you have a high enough score, either your goodwill towards the chieftain, or you're a bad omen and you're removed out of the lair. In a sense. So this is your way of obviously looking around the lair, having a conversation, making allies, showcasing that you're here to, to obviously, whatever your goal is, obviously, you could lie to your teeth's demand, but having allegiance with them would be a really powerful one, especially if SaltMarsh does get attacked. You'll have an alliance with lizard folk that might come to your aid, or they might not, depending on how you interact with the rest of the clan.
Okay, I say we enter into this agreement with her.
We want to talk to your folks, get a sense of their thoughts and desires.
Move through my home, as long as you bring good attitude towards my people. So there is obviously there's a lot of things you can do in here, obviously. So be sure that be open-minded about this place. So anything.
How many folks have we seen
Well, this area doesn't count, but you can now freely move to the dungeon without being engaged into combat, as long as you don't start fights. Since you don't have weapons right now, so maybe you don't want to do that.
See and ask the guy that had helped us here, is there some place that you keep some broken things that I might fix for you?
He left.
I'm better
currently.
with fixing than talking.
So the guy did leave through the conversation, as you eventually don't notice him here anymore.
Ah, dang it.
How the general nature of this place is made up of? Do they have furniture? Is it more like piles of sticks? I don't know how lizard people live.
It's like, so this place looks like it was once probably a keep of some sort, or lair, maybe it was owned by somebody else before. They have like rather like wooden doors, but it's underground. It's in a cave. It's in a cavern. But right now you're sorry, you're pretty much in the throne room.
Does it have furniture, crude furniture, nice, like trying to get an idea of how.
So you can see basically this is a sorry, a 60 floor ceiling with pillars around that are empty in the central area. You can see several wooden benches near the north and south wall. You can see the east wall has a rather large mattress, as well as a target dummy with a fish head like creature on it. As you can see, the lizard folk here are training, obviously using their javelins and attacking these dummies. As you can obviously see the queen there, and obviously the sub chief there, keeping obviously an eye.
Can't go that far. So. Do you mind if I make a torch? I can't really see in the dark.
Sure, you can.
So she'll make a torch for herself.
Someone has a bullseye lantern.
That's true. She does have that.
So in this room, you can obviously try to make some allies with this room. Obviously, the chief doesn't count. Obviously, because she sees fit to make alliances with her kin.
Siggy will go over towards the target dummy and look at it and watch how they're throwing and stand there for a moment or two.
It's these guys, not them. These are guys like the Royal Guard.
I wasn't sure which way the east wall was. So whichever ones are throwing at the dummies.
Yeah, so it looks like a drill hall they're fighting in, as they're obviously. You can see they're throwing javelins at dummies, while they're powerfully built and tall, as they are like very structurally strong. These lizard folks, as they're chucking it. As you can tell, these guys are hitting the dummies perfectly straight on. As you can tell, these guys are a little bit more trained than the typical traditional lizard folk. Of course, I don't know if you ever fought them, but these guys are kind of on point. But of course, you can obviously give them any pointers, or you can actually talk to them or such if you wish. There's many opportunities to have a conversation with some lizard folks.
If they're hitting the target perfectly?
Not perfectly, but they're hitting it right in the head.
If they're hitting the target, if they look like they're struggling or having bad form, I'm going to have Ziggy talk to them. But if they look like they're doing well, then she will compliment them and say, "Oh, that was very nice." And she will try and engage a few people there on a more.
So how
hey, you're doing
how
a great
you
job.
Engaging it? Role play it out for me.
Wow, that was well thrown. I'm impressed. I don't. Excellent balance and technique there. You did a lot of brute force from the front.
As it speaks to you in Draconic.
She'll answer in Dwarven.
As you can see, Eros is like, he says thank you, but he thinks of you of a lower breed than itself.
Eroth's there?
Yeah, he's up here. He's the commanding general. He's the sub chief of the chieftain. So if the chieftain ever died, he would take over.
Yes, yeah. I would try and again ask him then. Hey, do you have some place that you keep like broken weapons or something that I might be able to fix for you?
Find the people here. Through the lair, there is places like that. As he tells you, there is a barrack room. There are an armory. There are locations, but he does want you to look around the lair. He doesn't want to babysit people. He's here training, obviously, and securing the place here, seeing fit that he's just explaining that there are places here, but your goal in mind is to make allegiances with the lizard folk. Then obviously, because he doesn't really like kind of pampering or potentially kind of babysitting people in a sense, as he doesn't trust your allegiance yet. But you did get you got a point for giving your weapons up, which is huge compared to some players who don't, and they just get into fighting.
Stanzantar would like to observe these lizard folk fighters. I'm assuming that they're probably like strength based as opposed to dex based.
Yeah, you can tell they have lots of javelins as their primary weapons, a spear. As you can see, they look like they would be like the archers of the lizard folk. So instead of bows, they have spears. As they're striking and thrusting and attacking.
So instead of looking at the spears, I'm going to look at their footwork. I want to see if they're light on their feet, if they're kind of flat-footed, how they're fighting, specifically their footwork.
They're flat-footed and they're very kind of. They don't really have like a stance. If anything, they're very kind of left and right, almost like boxing. They kind of strafe left and right when they attack. But you can tell they're kind of sloppy for sure. But you can tell their hits are very strong.
So I'm going to tap one on the shoulder.
It snaps its mouth towards you.
Aye, I'm sorry. Just wanted to see if something might be a little bit more effective. Try this. And I'm going to kind of hit at his back foot and try to get him to stand on the balls of his feet. And I'm going to kind of show him how I'm able to, with my natural feet, because I don't wear shoes or boots either, so I've got, big clawed feet, and show him how I stand on my toes and how I'm able to move my feet and glide from side to side and duck under him, duck in between, and to show him my footwork.
All right. As he begins to look at your footwork, and he kind of baffles at it a little bit, as he doesn't really understand. As you can see, the warrior, he's not really too keen on footwork, but if you can show him like through a different form, since most of the lizard folk warriors are very strong, they're not agile. As he kind of looks towards you and snarls, kind of with disagreement.
So I'm going to take off from where I am, and I'm going to run up, strike the target with my hand, and then kind of come back to the other side of him, all within the same move. Show him a hit and run as opposed to a hit and stay.
Sure. You can roll. You can show him. You can roll acrobatics, since you're not really athletics, anyways, to kind of show him a different kind of view of how to fight with kind of your agility and your grace versus your raw strength. As you do that, as he kind of looks towards you, trying to mimic you, obviously, as he's not very good at it, as he attempts to kind of try and tempting it. Let's see. I have to get a lizard folk out and see if he can copy you. So he is going to roll his dex. That's all he's got. You got a 4. He's really sloppy as he attempts it, and he just kind of snarls at you.
I'm going to take a deep breath and just remain calm. And I'm going to show him, but like hyper articulate how I'm, getting my foot and kind of, get up on the balls of it and show him that, and repeat the moves a couple more times.
All right, he'll try rolling with advantage, seeing if it helps him out. At 10, he gets a little bit better. He's not like perfect, but he does notice there's a little bit more agileness. As you can tell, he is kind of getting the footworking, but he is trying to learn as the other one just snarls and kind of laughs at him, trying to do these weird techniques. As he's not, it's foreign. It's a different kind of fighting style. But you do watch him for a good 10 minutes. As he's kind of getting it, he's probably not going to learn it over one day, but I think he does appreciate a different kind of view of fighting instead of just using raw strength.
Yes, you're getting it. Very good. You're a very good student.
Shiggy smiles and shakes her head. I was appealing to agreeing with their fighting style and getting under good graces. You just totally undercut me. It's fine. No problem.
I have a limited skill set, and this is what I have to offer. We could teach them how to read navigational tools, but I don't think that'll work.
I'm going to turn to one of the people. I was like, you have a lot of people here. Who makes all your food?
Oh, sorry. Are you talking to the chieftain or the sub-chieftain?
Whoever I'm next to.
Are you talking to a lizard folk, which doesn't really understand common?
The chieftain doesn't speak common?
No, I meant you said the nearest person. That's a lizard folk.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Either the chieftain or the sub-chieftain.
Okay. So you ask who makes your food here, as they kind of look towards you, confused on that notion.
What do you eat?
We hunt fish, toads, whatever we can catch. Every lizard folk hunts for themselves, feeds for themselves, and feeds their young. But we do have a banquet hall for those that wish to serve others on great warrior voyages. As they do have a place to, it's not a kitchen, but it's a place to eat. When they do catch a big kind of, maybe a gator or something, a prize pool, they do obviously break bread together for the higher ranks.
I'm just wondering if I have any more of the shark meat left.
We actually have 12 pounds of gator meat. Gator tail.
But you guys don't have to focus just in this room. You guys can go across this entire area.
Yeah, we could split up. So like, while Stanton and Tar and Sigurd here, and C is off showing them how to mend stuff.
It just depends where you guys go, because there's different. You might come to a place where you're actually handy in that predicament, or you may not be handy. Because every room it has a purpose.
Do we want to travel together or split up?
Twos.
I was gonna stay here, and while you showed them the footwork, I was gonna try and
Go with Shelly.
compliment them on their spearmanship, because I probably fight similar manners that they do.
Muju, you want to go walk with me? Explore?
Yeah, I guess.
So Zunis is going to check for like a healing area, or if he passes by someone that's hurt or injured in some way.
The hard part is a lot of them are they're rooms, but they don't have labels on them. They're just like
No, I'm just going to wander. So if I see someone with a cut on their arm or someone's injured in some way, then I'm going to approach that person as we pass.
okay. So are you guys sticking together as a team then?
I think
I think we're
Pairs.
moving in small packs. Yeah, pairs.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you do enter into the next room. As you see before you, coming into the next room, you do see what looks to be a banquet hall. You can see a long wooden table with wooden benches, chairs, tables, pots, jars, plates, cups, drinking mugs, baskets. On the west and the east walls are cupboards. You do see some lizard folk commoners are here setting the tables as they begin to look towards you as they have some extra mugs and plates.
Muji is just gonna stand in the dim light because he can't see.
Is there any light in this room?
A little bit, but not very much.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tap my armor and cast light on myself.
You already have light on you.
Well, no, you took away my rolling pin.
I gave you 20 feet, 20, 20.
Yeah, that came from the rolling pin.
That's a rolling pin? What are you... light doesn't...
That was the Mace of Disruption.
Yeah, it doesn't stack. It doesn't go 40.
No, I know, but I don't have that. That's the only reason I have light. Otherwise.
You automatically have 20, 20 right now on you. 20 bright, 20 below. Can't see that?
Oh no, I see the light. I'm just saying that's where the light's coming from. I was just curious.
Oh, yeah, because
you're saying that there's no light.
Yeah, I kept it on you because I... Oh, yeah, you're role-playing. My apologies. I got confused.
So if it's alright with you guys, I'm gonna offer them the tail. The gator tail.
Try and do something fancy with it.
I intend to.
I guess to make it easier, I'm just gonna burn a torch.
I am picturing in my head the scene from, since I'm not in the room with you guys, I'm just picturing in my head the scene from Lord of the Rings where Samwise and Gollum fight over how to cook a fish or potatoes.
Raw and wriggly.
Exactly.
So I know some of you like it cooked, but I don't think these guys do. So I'll take some of it, cook it. The rest of it, I'm gonna keep it raw. Just cut it up for them.
So they look towards you and kind of
Tartar.
confused as... How do you present the food to them as they just look towards you?
With my claws, I'm gonna cut it into like long jerky type strips, and just start putting it onto some of the plates.
Alright. You can persuade them to take it, obviously, if you see fit. Because they look kind of foreign to you, as they don't really trust you.
I'd walk up and try one of the more cooked bits. Bite it, chew it, rub my belly. Trying to entice them. Can I persuade them to try it?
Sure. 21.
21.
As one looks towards you, kind of ruffling its nose, as another one looks towards you, as it goes for the raw piece. As it starts chewing it. As they eventually, a couple of them entice into it, except for the one kind of moving towards the table and kind of eating it. As
Yeah, and like, sprinkle a little bit of MSG, just to make everything awesome.
you get.
I happily eat my gator jerky. I'm gonna look around, see if there's any broken chairs or tables I can walk around and try and fix.
In here,
Yes,
there
the
probably
dining
are
hall.
broken places, but they don't really care about the broken furniture. But you can fix them if you like.
Yeah, while Shelly's serving the meat, I'll walk around and fix a table leg here and a chip in the table over there. And
All right. Okay. Group 2, Muju and Zunas, as they're doing this currently. What do you guys want to do?
I was gonna keep on walking until we found another room. I know Muju is carrying a torch.
Yeah, he didn't. He was the moment Shelly went to the other room and he just saw complete darkness. He just stood still where the light was, and then he just turned on his torch.
All right, you do see another room actually, a double door room. Do you want to enter that one?
Should we go in, or do you want to go keep going down?
I mean, might as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna like look around. Do I see anyone nearby? No guards. No nothing.
Nope.
So I'm just gonna whisper this. It's just like between you and me, I still have a dagger on me.
What? Why do you do that?
I don't trust anybody.
Zunis will knock and then try to push or pull the door.
All right, you push and pull the door as you open up the door. As you do see in here, you do see what looks like to be a throne room. You see stone pillars around this central area with a wooden throne at the far end of the room. The stone dais carved with reptiles and set with gemstones. Ahead of this, several creatures mounted on plaques of wood. On the wood, you can see a giant crayfish, a carrion crawler, a hippopotamus, a hobgoblin, a sanguine, a brown bear, a lion, a shark, a giant frog, and another shark. As it looks like plaques of their triumphant kills.
Huh.
We'll walk a little closer, get a better look.
Okay.
Is anyone here? I'll call out.
Alright, you call out as you don't really hear anything of some sort.
Take a look at those plaques there, Muju.
Is there anything written in Draconic?
You can roll investigation if you want to investigate the throne.
All right, I will definitely do that.
As you begin to get closer, you do notice there is some movement and shaking as they begin to sprint as they run left, quickly hiding behind the pillar. As you do see, you can roll a perception check, the two of you. As you hear laughing, giggling, and snarling. 22. Zunis, you do see, it looks like two really small lizard folk as they run past you, as they begin to hide behind there and begin to sprint across to the other pillar. As you notice them quickly enough as they're giggling and laughing as they're behind this pillar now.
Oh, well, then I'll play in the game, and I'm going to run behind this pillar and hide.
Okay.
Shh, come over here. They can't see us then.
What?
I say to Muju.
Muju does not see what he's talking about.
Yeah, I just see you going behind the pillars like enemies. And this.
Can you find me?
As the kids begin to run into the next pillar. As eventually, Muju, you do see movement in the shadows. As it freaks you out for a second.
Zunis will run over to this side of the pillar.
As you run over there, as you see them screech it out, as they're like running between your legs and running out, as they quickly make their way out.
Okay.
As you scare them. You've never seen lizardfolk children until now, as they are two small hatchlings. So they look like they're wandering around. As they look very adorable and harmless as they just run through the paths. But it looks like you scared them as they ran away.
Sadness.
It's probably the
Thought I
first.
was
It's probably
playing
the first
with
time they've ever seen an elf.
a Triton.
Oh, Triton. My apologies. I get you guys mixed up all the time. As Muju, you realize quickly enough that there are kids as you kind of look towards the throne once again. As you're with the 14 investigation, you do see carved with snakes and lizards with blue and green gemstone eyes. You do see the quartz is useless as they don't look like they have any value, but you begin to notice that there is rather a hidden space underneath the throne.
I'll look more into that.
Alright, you do that as you do find a key.
Whoa. I'll just like look at it, just like, look what I got.
Where did you get that?
I found it in a compartment.
Well, we're here at everyone's good graces. I don't think we want to keep said item.
Nah.
Just
Fine.
know that it's there. I would put it back for now.
He's gonna reluctantly put it in there.
You put it
Put it
back
back in-
as you realize quickly as soon as you put it back, you notice something starts to open and shift. As you realize you
Near,
yeah,
like nearby, or like.
as you notice the actual tile moves into a secret passageway.
It's like, ooh. It's just I'll go straight towards that.
Wait, where are you going?
As it opens up. So it looks like it leads into a tunnel.
He's looking at just like monkey see, monkey go.
What are you getting me into? And Zunis will follow.
It opens into a 20-foot deep shaft with iron handrails as it descends quite a bit down the tunnel. So it looks like it descends a good 100 feet.
It's just like, we're about to find out now, and then just immediately glide my way down at rapid speeds.
As soon as you follow,
Zunis will follow.
alright. We'll end it for you guys there. So we'll head back towards Ziggy, and assuming Ziggy is with Stanzentar, right?
Yeah, we're still in the throne room.
Alright. So you eventually show them some techniques and some interests. Of course, some of them are not too keen in learning new ways, but you got a couple insight and information that they do want to learn a different way of fighting. As you guys can move beyond this point, of course, there's much more to explore.
Door south in this room. Can we get through that, or is that door locked?
You can move through any door they allowed you to. No door here is locked until I say so.
I can't seem to actually physically move my character through that.
No, because I have them locked for a reason. So it
Okay.
feels like it's like almost like there's like has to be opened kind of thing. There we go. It's the first time you gotta be in a dungeon where you're not fighting shit. You get to fucking explore.
Yeah, what are these lines over here? These little dots.
It looks like there would be potentially around that part. Let me double check. Actually, my apologies. You see a gate, but the gate is lowered.
Yeah, let's see what's down here.
Are there wall sconces in here? Is
No,
this
no.
So this is like
It's
okay.
all
Is it
dark.
carved?
They don't need it because they have dark vision.
I I didn't know if it had been carved at a time. They'd taken over somebody else's. Like you had said originally, it might have been a
It might
castle.
have
I didn't know if
been.
these were people.
It might have been, but it looks like now it's kind of been rather taken over by them.
Okay. Are we stuck right here? Can I?
No, there's a door there.
Oh, okay.
Sans tar went up, but if you want to go there, it's up to you.
Oh, I thought we were stuck by the.
Nope.
No,
No, the gate was down. So
you said the gate was down, so we went down.
He went up.
we'll go down. That's fine.
Oh, I didn't know where you went.
It's all good.
Did
Let's
you
go.
raise the gate? Oh, sorry.
The gate was down. There was nothing to raise.
I thought that meant closed.
Like
I was picturing bars coming from the ceiling down.
I
No,
get you.
they go down into that sort of
Lower.
They go into the ground.
Then in that case we'll go through it. Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
Cover.
We'll follow. I'll follow you.
We're here. Let's go talk to this weird thing in the room. See what this
I
is.
can't see the room. So.
Alright, so you open the door. As you eventually open the door, you do see the old guy again. You meet him again as he's currently in what looks like the minister's quarters. You see a warm, smoky in the center, upholstering an armchair and a chair by a circular table with a closed book. In the northwest, the corner is a brass tripod with a brass bowl filled with coal. You do see Savar there again, sitting in the armchair reading a papyrus, as he looks like he is the queen's advisor, the most smartest lizard folk that they have known, as he was able to talk to you guys with fluid common with no issue. As he looks towards you, he doesn't look like he's able to fight. As he looks towards you, can I help you?
We were just
Hey,
going around at the Queen's behest, introducing ourselves to everybody, seeing if there's something that we can't do to help improve your life, or at least make you want to join our alliance.
improve relations with SaltMarsh.
Yes.
Also, Red, out of character. Shelly just posted in chat that do lizard folk have dark vision?
No, they
Question mark?
don't. Usually, my apologies. There should be a
okay.
light source, I guess. I guess there is no light source in some of these places.
Okay.
They should be. I'll add one eventually. I guess it's an
That's
older
fine.
map. No, they don't. You're correct.
Okay.
They would have torches or something like that. I got them mixed
Okay.
up with another race.
Yeah, many races, and I would expect many other races do, except for humans. But that's great. And apparently tortoises. Turtles. Anyway, yes.
As he
Well,
looks
this is a
towards
fine
you,
room.
are you by chance in the league with the Sanguine? As he looks towards you, squinting.
No, sorry,
no.
you're not.
Oh no. Oh, I like that blue shade. That's
Yeah,
nice.
he's old. You can see his eyes. One of his eyes is pure white. He's blind.
I like that blue shade. That is nice coloring.
What is it you are reading, if you don't mind me asking?
As he looks towards you, well, if you're not with them, then why an alliance? I don't understand.
We don't like them either.
We would align with you against them.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't heard that before.
As you can see, he's just reading, basically a papyrus of, of information and knowledge. As he's kind of trying to keep, nothing much, just keeping myself well informed. As you can see that he has a scroll, that's written common, towards rather an ambassador itself. As you do see the book he has, it's called Politics by Abel Mackey. As it has a value worth of 5 gold pieces, of course. You do also see that he wears a gold chain necklace worth quite a bit of gold as well.
So, to understand,
We lost you, Ziggy.
Are we to understand that you're not normally in this lair, den, castle? You've been forced into here?
No. I am the minister of the lizard folk.
I'm sorry. Not you per se, but the whole tribe, clan?
This is
We're not
part of our home. We've been pushed back against by the sanguine.
Where is it the Sanguine are attacking from?
They have claimed one of our territories up north from here in the swamps, past the river, far into their territory. They have claimed our home and forced us back.
They're here up on land.
Aye. And
Are they?
across the sea as well.
That was my next question. Are they trying to join the two? Is it two different tribes? Do you know?
I do not know. But sanguine works closely with other creatures. I've always worked with creatures developed through power and control, as they enjoy enslaving creatures weaker than they are.
Who have you seen with them recently?
The last war, I don't recall, as my vision hasn't been as clear, but my ears have been keen, as I have heard of ogres residing with them.
Ogres. Interesting.
That doesn't sound good.
Never good. No.
I also heard about the weapon smuggling by the sea ghost. I've overheard your conversation.
Yes.
You
What
know
did
of
you
the
hear
sea
about it?
ghost, by chance?
We've heard of it.
We
Is
have.
it? We've met its owners.
How has word of the sea ghost come to you?
Well, I was behind the alliance.
You ordered the weapons?
Aye. But my people never came back. Assuming they were slaughtered by the smugglers.
So, what was the alliance with the smugglers that you were trying to arrange for before they betrayed you?
Weapons to secure armaments for the war ahead.
In exchange for what were the smugglers going to get out of it? Or the pirates, or the brigands?
We were gonna allow them to drive across our lands and sea without being harmed.
Safe passage, huh?
Aye. The sanguine's been causing issue for them as well.
Even on the Sea Ghost. Interesting. The Sea Ghost
No
looks pretty
ship.
powerful.
No ship can survive against an armada of sanguines. They follow a dock god, a creature that lives deep into the sea. No vessel has ever survived upon the sanguines. Oh, they are horrible creatures that do not deserve life, only death.
And these metal weapons will make the difference in your battle with them?
It will give us an edge. I am no warrior. I have faded my eyes over the years. My teeth are blunt, my claws are weak. But if I can help my clan out, then I was willing to arrange a meeting, as I am well versed in many common tongues of mankind. As he speaks Elvish, Dwarvish, Common, He does speak, obviously, Draconic, and he speaks Primordial.
Stan Centaur is not very insightful, but I would like to try to get a read on this guy, see if I believe he's telling the truth.
Sure, roll an insight. Ooh, that one. It's not a natural one, but it's bad.
I don't know what it is, but I believe everything coming out of this guy's mouth. How odd.
Well, I'm glad that you were willing to have a truce with some humans. We're from SaltMarsh, and SaltMarsh
I can
can't speak for
tell by
smugglers.
your accent. You wouldn't be coming to the swamps if you weren't from somewhere. Not many
True.
people survive. You were lucky to find us. The bullywogs claim a lot of the lands here in the swamp. They're stupid, though, and useless. But they can overwhelm small parties.
Well, there will not be as many bullywogs to bother you currently.
There's one less tribe inhabiting the swamp now.
As he smiles. Good. Less to worry about.
We could. Siggy looks at Stan Centaur and mimes like the spears and the javelins. We we did defeat the bullywogs.
Stan Centaur kind of nod and gesture. Yeah, I get you.
We could. We do have their weapons. That would be of help. We'd be willing to bring to the table.
You should bring it to the barracks. If the warriors will need them. As much weapons as you can muster.
Is
How
the
would you get
barracks
there
where
from
we
here?
met the queen?
Sorry?
Is the barracks where we met the queen, or was
No.
that?
You'll have to find them on
Oh.
your own terms. He can't guide you
Great.
there.
He's
He's obviously, his eyes are not
that's my-
as they once were.
That's my question to him. Sorry. Was the barracks the big room with the pillars?
No.
No. Okay,
That is
that's
the
fine.
drill hall.
Great.
There are
Okay.
2 barracks in the layer.
All right then. We'll be
Would
on
you
our
like to do
way.
a heavy gulp? 2 barracks? Oh my god. There is another room over here if you do want to pass by him. Or you can ask him
What
what's
was
in that room.
What was your name again?
His name is
Sover.
Saver.
Oh, okay. I saw the name earlier. Yeah. Okay. Well, should we continue on?
Stan Centaur is going to reach into her hip bag and pull out a book and say, I'm not much of a reader. I found this along the way. You may be interested in this. And she's going to show the lizard folk a small book she's got called Magical Properties of Gemstones by Archmage Tinser. And she's going to put that on the table in front of him and offer it to him.
Ah, thank you. Another read. She good to know.
Yes. I always meant to get to it, but I never will. You'll put it to better use than me.
Before you enter the tippy toes, that is my sleeping quarters.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
There's no
all right.
need to go in there then.
That's not the exit then. Sorry. Didn't. Just trying to find our way around. I'll follow you just a second. I'm just updating our treasure hall.
Alright. As we'll head back towards Scene Shelley as we begin to eventually suffice these individuals with enough food, as they seem to be rather healthy and plentiful. as you guys can move onwards.
I'd like to check the room in the back.
Here. So it looks like you are back at the beginning.
Want to keep investigating?
Sure. Was this the barracks we had passed up here in the
As
north?
you do see them looking at you, as it looks like a guard room. You see 2 benches
Guard
along
room.
the long walls. Do you see 5 lizard guarded, ready for action if alerted. As you can see them as they look towards you and shout towards you, "Why are you here?"
Oh, anything broken?
So they look towards you and shake their heads.
We still have any gator?
Yeah. I'm gonna say I probably have a strip or two, which I'll offer some of these. I'll let the queen gave us permission to wander your halls and to aid you in any way we can. Is there anything that you need help with?
So they snarl towards you. "We are on guard."
Well, we'll go the other way then.
So actually, hold on.
Go ahead.
What are the guards like against?
They're just like the security. They're like the guards if anybody breaks into the lair.
I'm just gonna call out to one of them. It's like, the entrance is over here. So if you actually have somebody stationed over here, you can have them actually looking out and seeing somebody come in. Like we walked right in and no one said anything.
You can try to receive them if you like, as they look at you.
It's clearly going over their head, so I'm just gonna go talk to their boss later. But
Sure.
we can keep moving.
Keeping my eyes out. Anything out of place or
Lizard
look
folk are
interesting
not
along
the
the hall?
brightest people, but there are some that are more keen-minded in other perspectives. So you may be able to use different checks down the road. If you're not kind of charismatic, you can obviously use different things. Of course, if you speak to a shaman, you can use religion. Maybe you talk to somebody who's been around the world. You can talk to history, or if you're talking to a warrior, he's a big boy. Maybe talk athletics with him, kind of showcase a little bit. There's a little different ways of using your other checks instead of the typical persuasion in roleplay perspective. All right, you guys head along this wall as you lead into a tunnel leading forward. As you see another doorway down here, and you see multiple pathways over here.
Back door? Knock, knock.
All right.
Hear any noise?
You do hear noises coming from there, as you do hear kind of a few mattresses being slung up, as you do see a creature kind of moving towards you as he snarls towards you. "Who are you and why are you here?" As he snarls towards you, you can see it looks like a barrack, as you see a rather big creature with them as well. So they look like they have a lizard folk render. Rather bigger creature than typical lizards they would see, as you do see a couple. You do see a shaman in here. You do see a skill shield, kind of more armored up lizard folk, as well as some common lizard folk as well.
Yes, we just met with your queen. You have been given leave to explore your wonderful domicile, and I thought I'd come and say hello and look around, and I found you guys. Hello, and how are you?
So you can see here is you can see a dozen straw mattresses with chests. You do see wooden benches, as you can see these lizard folks here are kind of on break. You do see a chest as well here, but it looks like it's locked up. As they kind of look at you. Oh, Queen. What purpose? As the shaman looks towards you, kind of eyeing you as the big one comes towards you. What
Gonna
can
try
you
and-
do for us?
Oh, we're trying to enter an agreement with your queen to fight the Sequin against, or work together to fight the Sequin. And we'd give you guys some extra weapons and maybe some pointers and stuff.
Weapons, pointers, as he snarls towards you. You can fight, as he brings his mace towards you.
Oh, yes, quite well. And I spark my fingers with my firebolt.
As you can see the shaman kind of open its eyes. How did you do that?
Make a gust of wind go around the room. Oh, it's just something I can do. I really don't know how.
Can you
I just
teach?
can't.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sure.
Does anybody in your group have some abilities like this that they just don't know how to use well yet? I could help them the most.
As you see the shaman, as it's more of like a druid. As you can see, it does kind of spark flames in its hands, but not the same way you do it. As you see it produce flame.
It's very good. Very helpful. Like, out of game, do I know anything that I could try and help with? Like, sorcery is just, I have it, right?
Yeah, you have it innate, so it's hard to kind of teach somebody, but you could potentially, try something different. Obviously, kind of try to persuade them in a different interaction, of course, because they are a druid, but they're a different kind of druid. They're more of shamanistic. So I don't know if you know anything about shamans or anything related towards their capabilities. They're kind of close towards being a druid because they can shapeshift as well.
It's very cool. Can I talk, like, I'm gonna use my intellect check or religion check and try and see if I can, like, say I can't teach a thunder how, or the cloud to do lightning. It just does.
10.
That's how I work.
As it looks towards you.
Tell me about your religion or how you do you.
I get power from the spirits. The land, as it opens a bag and it kind of sprinkles kind of soil and dirt mixed together as it spills around, as you watch its hands move, as you watch kind of a small portion of the area begins to entanglement, as you see entanglements root across the ground. It is within me, intertwined, taught by the Grand Shamans. Took in many years to master.
You've done a good job. This is very impressive. I cannot do such a feat.
Which god do you serve?
God per se is just kind of like you, the nature. I like the storms. I like to watch them, see the lightning, the wind blow. That's my favorite thing. And so I just do my best to do that.
It's confused.
Oh, I am so sorry. I did not mean to confuse. And so, can I, like, is it a dirt floor or a rock floor?
We get our powers from Shah. Shah. As they kind of.
Religion check to figure that out.
Sure. As you've heard Shah before, but Shah is a rather kind of a shaman spirit. as it is a rather powerful primal leader upon the nature spirits, as only shamans or even leaders or healers would begin to pray towards Sha for its discipline and its power. As Sha goes by many different paths and many different names over the years, like the Serpent, the Discipline of the World, the Ghost Panther, the Great Bear Shaman, the Spirit of Tempest, many names.
I point to Shelley. Oh, he at least has a god.
Yeah, I'm more one with nature.
It looks at you and kind of.
Guess we like nature a lot here.
Yeah, oh wait, I did write the god's name down. Yeah, I believe I'm with the Church of Saloon. But
It'd be funny if you had no god and how you get your powers. Because you're a healer. As he says, "Who is this Shaloon?"
she is my god. She teaches me to. Let's see.
What does she bring towards your people?
Well, a lot of it is healing, especially when we fight. People get hurt, and we try to heal people.
Healing. She does not bring life and vegetation. Because obviously he's kind of like confused, obviously, because he only knows of his god. He doesn't know any of their other gods. So he's assuming your god does is what his god does.
She does other things, but Shaw is good. Shaw is a great god.
You can roll. You can roll a religion if you seeing fit to agree and to disagree. I'll give you advantage because you have a conversation with him. With a 9 is sadly not enough, as it doesn't seem like you get any benefits from him, as he's confused by the knowledge or spree of this conversation. As he just kind of looks towards you, as he just kind of heads back towards.
Why do you have the big dude here?
As he like just kind of swings his.
Is he a pet?
Oh, the lizard thing?
Yeah. It's kind of cool looking.
Guardian.
You're the guardian, or he is the guardian of you?
No. It's basically like a pet, if anything, but they use the render obviously for many uses. Obviously, it can be used as a mount. It can be used as a creature to attack. It's a very scary creature indeed. Obviously, it is rather a large creature. As you can see, it has claws. It can have its razor-shaped teeth. As you can see, its claws have these kind of jagged indentations coming from their claws. As if you got attacked by one, it could rend you, leaving you bloodied quite quickly. As it just looks
Very
towards
scary.
you, licking its lips.
What's through that door to the side?
So he looks towards you. How do I trust? As he sniffs you.
Your queen says we can?
Persuade him. The DC's a 10.
Oh, yeah.
You can help. You can try to help there, Shelly, with your own if you want. To come back in as as you can see, C's kind of struggling on the notion.
Bit my tongue inside of my lip.
You guys suck.
Just back out of this room.
Yeah, close the letter thing.
Thank you for your time and telling us about your god.
Okay, as you guys leave this room, as we'll head towards the next crew, which will be the people in the secret passageway. As Zunis and Muju, as you begin to head down there, do you go through the entire way?
Is there a door there?
You can see there is a wall.
I think
This
we
is what
should
we're talking
head
about.
back.
This is the wall we're talking about, right? Or not the one further?
Yes.
Just a normal wall?
Hard to say if it's a normal wall or not.
I'm gonna look around the areas, like feeling out the walls.
Come on, Muju. Let's go back.
All right, you feel it as you hear a turning mechanism as it opens up.
Nice.
So it leads what looks like a sleeping quarters. You can see by the south wall a large ornate bed with the rugs, cushions next to it, a small table with a drawing of a powerful-looking lizard queen. In the southeast corner is a chest, the padlock carved with the wooden wardrobes.
I'm just gonna walk in.
I grab Muju's arm.
All right, you grab and roll athletics to his whatever. If you're trying to escape, and use acrobatics.
Yes. You gotta do 14.
As you try to grab him, he dodges out of the way. The monkey just slips out of your hands. So he enters into the room. The royal
Come on,
chambers.
Muju. We're not supposed to be here.
Rule number 1. No stealing. Rule number 2. Always explore what can be explored. As he's just like doing the little monkey hops. With one foot up in the air while the other one's like doing little jumps.
Okay.
We're supposed to be talking to people. I'm gonna head back up. Let's go.
But they said we can explore.
They did. And Zunis is gonna start walking them.
Nah.
Alright. As soon as you start walking back, as you realize he's not following you.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can climb up this wall, like near the entrance.
Okay. You climb up. What do you do, Zunis?
I'm gonna wait. The torch is on the floor.
Zunis doesn't want to be
As you
here.
hear the torch drop on the ground.
I hear what?
You hear a torch drop. Or something drop on the ground. Like a heavy thud.
Are you alright, Muju?
Stealth mode.
Alright, roll a stealth check. As soon as you begin to come around the bend, you can roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Muju. I will roll a perception check.
A 12. As you don't really notice him, as you see the fire on the ground, as you're looking around, where the fuck did you go? Maybe he got in trouble, maybe he got caught. As you start to panic and realizing he's not in this room.
I'm just gonna grab the torch and then walk on back.
Okay, what do you do, Muju?
It'll be funny, but I was gonna say the moment he enters the corner, I was just gonna jump him.
Alright, you jump him as soon as you get a monkey all over your face. As you think it's an enemy, as you're like, ah! As it's on you. It's like wrapped around your face.
Well, then I'll try to grab hold and say, get off, and then throw it somewhere if I can.
Alright. Roll athletics to your athletics, which as you're trying to hold onto his head.
Gotcha. Ah.
As 22, you do rip him off. As you do notice danger in your hands.
So as soon as let's go, and I grab him, grab the torch, and start walking back.
Alright, as he drags you along with you.
It's like, no!
And we'll go through the door.
Okay.
I want to explore.
You've had your fun. Let's go talk to people.
Okay, but it was pretty funny.
It was. We're going with pushing Muju, not holding him. We'll go up to the left here.
Can I get my torch back?
Here it is. It's all yours.
Who do lollipop to him?
Here, do you want to ride on my shoulder? Make you happier?
I'm pretty heavy.
Okay, forget that.
So maybe 2 feet, but
50
I'm not a
pounds.
little monkey.
Do we see anyone as we're walking away?
You see doors. That's all you see. You see a door here.
We'll go through the door.
All right. As you do go through this door, let's see. You do find what looks like a store. You can see 6 carcasses of various sizes hanging from hooks on the south wall. 4 open barrels, a kind of looks like a baskets. As you do see on the west wall, 3 jars and barrels on the east wall of the cage with a dozen water fowls. As you see foodstuffs, barrels, caskets, jugs, chests containing apples, pears, nuts, giant snake carcasses in brine and berries, herbs, and salt. As you see some more carcasses of manta rays, giant frogs, hobgoblins, 2 sharks, a giant crayfish, a shark that has been smashed with a plate armor from the coral and wood. As you can see, you can actually roll a nature check if you like as you look inside. The actual weird one that was with plate armor that was smashed with coral and wood. That's a bad roll. Alright, Zunis got a 16. You do notice this is the doing of some sanguines.
Ah. The enemy. As I'll look around also, there's another door there, but no one's in this room.
No, it looks like a storeroom, like where they would put all their food and supplies.
No bananas for you, Muju.
It's funny because this is the room that our turtle wanted to go into.
It is.
But he will never know.
I'll go to this door.
All right. As you enter the door and opening it wide, you realize quickly enough you find the kitchen. As they did have a kitchen. My apologies, I didn't know they had one. There's just a lot of... There's like 50 rooms. There's just too many. But you do see, as you do enter in, you can hear chattering, clanking, as you see a large fire pit with multiple half-cooked animal carcasses in the central room. A long table with knives, meats, and bones on the floor near the table. Uncured hides and 2 large wooden buckets. On the south wall, the wooden cabinet with a clay kitchenware. On the west wall, 3 wooden barrels. On the east wall, you see a wooden cask with a white crystalline substance. 3 wooden boxes that are empty, with cauldrons suspended over the fire pits. As you do see some lizard folks looking at you, gawking, as they're stopping cooking as they notice that you're in here.
Hello, and I'll do a wave.
As they look towards you.
The queen gave us permission to wander and say hello to...
The queen? Yeah! As they look towards you and sniff you.
Have you not seen a Triton before?
As you can see, they just chopped the head off of fish. As they look at you. And they shake their heads. They look at the monkey. Is that one for food?
No, that one is not for food. Part of our crew.
He steps in, and I was just gonna step back out like the moment he heard that. So
No,
he doesn't turn his body. He's like the moment he steps back, he steps forward and then just like puts his back. He's like, never mind.
You scared him. And Zunis will laugh and say, "We have a turtle here that would love to assist in the kitchen."
Turtles are yummy, delicious.
No, not for eating. Again, a friend. What's on the menu today, besides the fish?
So you can see that there are 5 lizards here. They're cooking. You can see there's spices, water, brine, salt, herbs, rendered fat. As you can see, they're cooking carcasses that are sanguine and shark. As you quickly realize what they're cooking sanguine body parts and parts of shark. You can see the entrails and organs of a sanguine as you start to kind of turn ill.
So, both of these creatures, and I point to the sanguine and the shark, recently attacked us when in our travels to get to here. And I show them the scar from the sanguine as they tried to hit me in the leg, and the scar from the shark as it grabbed my arm. But we survived.
As I look at it, this one?
Yes, that one.
As it chops its head a few more times. There, he's dead.
Thank you. I'm gonna go find Muju, and I'll talk to you guys later.
So
Like,
you can
Muju's,
see
like,
they're
already-
using their intestines to make sausage off the sanguine.
Muju, where did you go?
Muji's like running away.
Fuck that shit.
I'm not getting in.
So I remembered this location so I could pass it on to Shelly.
Alright, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break as I need water. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
So, Shelly missed the kitchens. The druid missed the druid. We seem to be doing this backwards.
Far so good, man.
So far, so good. We didn't disturb. We didn't manage to disturb the queen in her chambers. So, she hasn't noticed
I'm
that
gonna
yet.
go for an assassination plot
I figured.
with the hidden dagger.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Be caught in the queen's quarters with a hidden dagger. It'll be great for everybody.
I mean, the plan worked. Like, I dropped my torch, you didn't even see me, and I just jumped on you.
If you had ill
This
intent,
monkey
you
was
would.
evil. It's like if this monkey was evil, he would have went straight for a next shot with the dagger. But monkey likes you guys. All because of a cat gave him bananas.
It's your friendly neighborhood banana giver cat. He was weird.
There's papayas. I didn't hear anything about bananas, but I heard papayas.
He still has the banana peels. He's gonna use them as traps.
Long until they're just like black chars of nothing.
I have no idea. I keep bringing it up, but he hasn't said anything about it. They rotted up.
Okay.
They're infinitely fresh.
Oh. And if it wasn't metagaming, I would say me and Shelly need to go and try and find the other group to tell them to come look at these guys. They might have more in common.
I'm just like
Can't
waiting for a
meta.
fight to break out.
Oh no, we can't mess step.
If someone's a klutz and messes up, I have my
almost
dagger
did.
ready.
Luckily, it was just on persuasion to know what was behind the door. I wasn't doing anything bad, but I not wanted. Not good. No stabby stabby on your part.
There will be no stabby stabby until an initiative order happens.
Who is stabbing?
No one until initiative. An
Until I
agree.
hear a roll for initiative, and that's when Monkey Monkey will go stabby stabby mode.
Are we still wandering there?
Not yet. We're waiting on Red.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, so everybody back? It's funny because the guy who should be here is not here, and his character is for politics. It's so hilarious that everybody in whatever part of the game is not here.
I was like, I feel like we're missing a vital part of our party. That's right. We're missing our
Our face.
The bard,
politician.
exactly.
Yeah,
Our other
he's
human,
really
right?
Sick. He doesn't feel good.
Wait, is he not human either?
He's a half elf, I
Half
believe.
elf.
Right, I think that's right.
All right, so
Right, the one person who'd be good at our negotiation.
we're heading back to
Better, not good. Not the one person. The person who'd be perhaps better. That's what I meant to say.
We're heading back to San Centaur and Siggy. Well, this is negotiation. Doesn't mean shit. This is you guys just trying to make friends with these people through means. You're not gonna make friends with everybody, but you're gonna try your best.
All right. What do we got down this way?
Stairs.
Down the stairs.
As you see multiple doorways.
There's a tabaxi.
Hey. Looks like
Oh,
there's
wait,
a
it's you.
passageway up north, a door here to the south, another passage to the east.
You can
Look
see
down
that
east and see if he's...
there's water here. Lots of water.
Ooh, lots of water. What's this?
Which way? That's the way that...
We'd hear this,
Santa
huh?
Claus.
Or is it making any
You
noise?
hear it. Yeah, it's lots of water. Splashing. Deep.
We can go look at water if you're okay with that. I don't want to go in it. I know that some people don't like it.
I mean, I'm a sailor. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. Let's go check it out.
Alright, yep, I'm down here.
As you do see things swimming in the water, you can roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Which way did you go? Okay,
East.
over here. Great. Okay, just checking. I don't want to get that close. Sorry, I'm gonna stand back here.
You cannot see what's in the water, but you see something. You see things swimming in the water, deep within it. Is what you can see is a flooded cavern, clear. You can see the water is clear, but in some locations it's covered in like weeds. As you can see, there's a stone path that leads down the water line. With a 12, you do see Siggy. You see some creatures swimming in there. You can see that they're humanoid.
It looks like, do you see that? There's definitely some people. I don't say people. Sorry. Something's in there that's humanoid.
I can't quite make out anything.
I'm not sure I really want to. Well, let's go along the edge, see where it goes, or not so much.
Okay,
You start doing that as they do pop up eventually, looking towards you. As you see them splashing, you do see what look like a merfolk. If I have a better picture, actually. Let's see.
Oh, look. It's a merfolk.
As they look towards you.
Nice.
What is your purpose here? So they look towards you as they ask you what your purpose is here.
We are from SaltMarsh. We have come to meet with the Queen and render aid where we can.
And what aid can humans bring to the people of the sea?
The lizard folk have asked for metal weapons, and we have a small sampling available, but more to come.
Weapons is not enough.
What would help?
Men.
Manpower.
Correct.
Women power. We have more of that than we do manpower. She winks at Zanzibar.
Ah, good one. Yes.
Do you
It
bring
looks
an
like-
army with you?
Well, this is the investigation of whether it warrants an army, but
Look
we
at
may
that.
be able to. We are but a few, but we do have the ear of the council.
You have come into a dangerous place. There's a Lokatha hunters reside within these pools. As I would be careful across the waters.
I didn't know that merfolk and lizard folk were always aligned either.
We are aligned to a common enemy. The Sanguine.
The sanguine. Oh, she'll raise a fist.
Destroyed our homes and made us leave.
And that is what brings us here to form an alliance. We cannot have them. If they crush each of you and then they come for SaltMarsh, we can't have that. We can't stand alone. We'll all have to team up together. That's for sure.
They look towards you as they dunk back in the waters. I wish you well. Be careful.
Is there anything else down this way to see, or more of the lizard folk back
They
up
had
behind us?
specified a name.
Lokatha.
The Lokatha dwell down here.
It did say the look of I didn't know what that was, so I was just
That's the thing. No one
kind
knows.
of. The look of the hunters. Well, I don't really need to go meet.
Is
I
it
don't
like
know
a
your standard.
history? Can we make a check? Or
It would be a really high history, and it would be something you would have to know from being living in the sea. 18 would be not enough. You would have to be a sea dweller, like a sea elf or somebody who lives.
I'm a
If
sailor.
If only we had tritons and turtles. Well, I guess turtles aren't actually sea dwellers, though, right? I don't want to.
There's a sea elf.
A sea elf or a tritons would be pretty useful to be in this group.
I would say for that, yeah, a triton would be as well. These would be more related towards the deep sea,
That's
not
fine.
this just
Well, we can
being
remember
sailing.
Okay.
As the Lokatha would never, they're not really much land dwellers.
It's fine. We're okay. So I don't think we want to go that way. Go back up to the north. Or here, there's a door. You might as well.
That does pose an interesting question, though. If this war is going to be underwater, what do we really have to offer them other than weapons?
Perhaps we have people. Perhaps we have boats. Don't know, because I can't speak for the company.
As you
We have a boat.
prop
We
the
know we
door
have
open,
a
you do
local.
notice it looks like a guard post as they begin to look at you with their spears towards your faces.
No offense. Come in peace. We're on your side.
Who you? What bring you here? Humans.
And Tabaxi.
That's me, darling.
Humans.
From SaltMarsh.
We're emissaries from SaltMarsh that have come to meet with your queen. We are inspecting their garrison and their readiness. You guys look very ready.
This is guard post.
You're doing a great job. What is out that way that you're guarding against?
They look towards you. Against Sanguine. And intruders. You intruders.
No, we were invited.
What is a locath?
It walks up to you and sniffs you.
Lokatha.
A Lokatha. Creature of the deep. They hunt. Sanguine. They ride. Eels.
That sounds great. What kind of weapons are they holding?
Next time you see one, be sure to run.
Do Mofolk and Merfolk and Loquats sort of normally hang out here? Is this part of their gang? Is there a reason they're here? They just relaxing with you guys?
They are part of clan for time being against the war.
So they're uniting all the other sea folk under a banner to attack the Isagwin. This really must be a pariah of the sea to unite all these different people.
What are these guardsmen armed with?
Spears, shields, and
Okay. A
tethered,
pretty good one?
Tethered. Nah, this is permanent stuff.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're doing a great job. We're going to go on our way. Gotta find those barracks.
Yes, the barracks. Hey, why don't we ask these guys?
Okay.
Pardon me, where are the barracks?
Up. This
Thank
way.
you, darling. Okay, well, let's head this way.
So you see multiple doors.
He said up. Maybe we should go up? Instead of knocking on
Yep.
doors. Oh, more doors. Doors everywhere.
Quite the... Well, we're not invading. This is quite the keep.
Ooh, double doors. Maybe we should enter these ones?
Yes, double doors.
You see one big door here as you begin to hear a conversation being happening across. As you hear a couple lizard folks inside. As you can hear dice being tossed on the table. As you hear creatures gambling. As you open the door,
That sounds like the place.
you do see them stop for a moment as they look towards you and snarl, grabbing their weapons quickly. As you see inside, you see the center of benches and tables. You see 11 mattresses and chests along the walls. You only see a few lizard folk here. You see 3 of them. As they were playing some dice and gambling, it looks like they were gambling some necklaces and some copper pieces they had kind of obtained. As you do see, it looks like a barrack, but it looks pretty empty.
We mean no harm.
Hello,
No
hello,
harm.
gentlemen. Hello.
Who?
We are emissaries from SaltMarsh.
MS. Share.
Friends.
Share.
We're friends from SaltMarsh, coming to help against the Sanguine.
Sanguine enemy. No like.
I couldn't help but notice that you guys were playing dice. You got room for another?
No, look towards you. You bring money. Trade.
I've got stuff to bet. Sure.
As you can join in to the gambling. As you can see, they have a silver necklace there worth 10 gold pieces and 20 copper pieces on the table currently.
I'll reach into my bag and pull out 5 gold pieces. Is this enough to get me into the game?
Alright, so we're gonna play Baldur's Bones like we did before. So I don't know if I told you how to use it, but you'll do 3d6, and then you can just add a d6 per round. So you roll the 3d6 now. It's basically 21. That's the goal. Obviously, you can lie towards them with deception. The ideal goal is to get as close as 21. So the rest of them will roll. Well, the 2 of them will roll. The one they're betting shot. Okay. Now you can go roll either a 2d6, a 1d6, or a 3d6.
I'm going to go 3d6. Bust.
Well, you can always try to lie to them.
Yep.
Looks like he'll stay. What you got? What do you call? Or you can try to use a sleight of hand to just change your dice if you want to try that technique while you're doing it.
Okay, yeah. I will try to change it, roll it down until I got exactly 21.
Okay. 27. Alright, you do that. They'll roll perceptions, but pretty sure they're gonna have shit. Try and roll them anyways. 16 and a 22. They do not see it. So they look towards you and snarl. You cheat!
It's beginner's luck. Beginner's luck. I'll give you a chance to win it back. I'm not stingy.
They kind of snarl towards you. So they don't seem like they have any more money to spend.
Siggy's gonna go around and look at their weapons while they're doing that. If there's any out in the open, she's not gonna go through stuff, but she's like looking to see.
You can see some permanent spears, some that have seen too many wars. Chipped on the tip.
It looks like you all could use an upgrade here. Nicer, stronger.
One looks at you as you stop. He's just watching them.
We know where you can get some. We have some, if you'd like to try.
Weapons. As they just stop and they don't care about the game anymore. As Stanzar just pockets it. Yoink.
Nope, I'm going to actually leave all their money on the table.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take my 5 gold back. I'll leave theirs there.
Show weapons. What weapons? Sanguine.
Bullywog.
Bullywogs. Weapons. As they kind of snarl and laugh at them.
So, come on. Back in the front. We'll have to go find them.
We must keep in barracks. Because they don't really want to follow you, but they're going to stay in the barracks. Because they're almost promised weapons, as they're now kind of confused that you're not giving them weapons.
You got them on you, right? You have the bag of holding?
There are some in the bag of holding, that is true. Sure. So she'll turn around. She'll look at Stanzar and be like, I mean, yes, we do, but I don't want everybody to be armed, and then they'll figure out how we gave them weapons, right? Since we aren't supposed to be armed.
Well, these guys don't know about that.
I understand that.
It's up to you.
Under just a... She'll walk over and whisper to Stanzar, come over here. If we give them to them, I don't want the queen to come back later and say, "Oh, how did everybody get armed? I thought we had disarmed you." You know what I mean? But I'm fine to give them to them now. It doesn't bother me. If they like us, maybe they won't even think of it.
Tharav said to take it to the barracks. That'd be the best place, did he not?
He did. Great.
So
Let's
I
do
think
it.
it's appropriate.
So, great. She'll slowly reach out their back to everybody else, pull out a couple of. No, not this one. Oh, this one looks good.
They look at the weapons. They're obviously happy with them, but they're kind of like kids. They want more. As you give them, like, how many weapons? How many do you give them?
Well, we have one each. Unless there are more soldiers, maybe there are more weapons.
This is not enough to kill army.
We need an army here.
As you can see, there's many bunks, obviously, of visitors around here, as it does house 11 lizard folk.
Are there other people around, or have the sanguine been fierce?
Day in, watch, scouts, hunting.
Makes sense. Well, when we see them, we can help them with weapons too.
They look at you. I was like, take the weapons and just head back towards their game.
Best of luck. All right. I don't want to hog all the fun times.
All right. So we head towards C and Shelly as you guys finally make your way out of the barracks.
You on our search? Continue down this path?
Sure. Chef Boar ID, where are you going?
Hey, Shelly, you coming?
Yep. Sorry, I just jumped in you.
It's okay. See, where do you want to go?
Probably this is the door they didn't want to tell us about, but maybe we should check it out. The one this out.
Okay. You open the door as it's not locked, as they probably do lock lizard folk. You open it up. You can see it looks like what looks like in this room is on the south wall of the chair. You see a table with a bowl. On the east side of the wall, you see a single bed and a chest. You can see the chest isn't locked, but it is closed.
Looks like a sleeping chamber. I don't want to disturb it.
Yes, yeah. There's nobody sleeping right now, right?
No.
Then heading out and down the hall more. Checking out this door.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door, you can see in here, you see a high quality furniture of 4 chairs and tables with gleaming bowls, a small cask to the southeast corner with unlit lantern and a goblet. You also see some value in here as well. You find an electrum bowl, a wine in a cask, as well as silver goblet with a hooded lantern.
Look like it might be the Queen's area.
No. But it looks like
Okay.
someone's living quarters. Someone that kind of has a taste of some fanciness.
There's a door on the other side. Want to check it out, Shelly?
Yeah, let's do it. I knock on the door.
You knock on it. Nothing comes or applies to it.
I will push it open.
So you enter this one. You do see in this room, you can see on the east wall, you can see a single cot with a rug made of lion skins beneath it. You can see a chest that with a lock in the southwest corner. It looks like a sleeping quarters of somebody.
Someone has mighty fine taste, but again, I don't want to ruin their stuff.
Let's get out of here.
Yep.
So eventually you see another, what looks like it would be locked there, but it's not locked. As you go down the stairs, eventually you come across Sigurd and Stanzatar as you head down. As they leave the barracks.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys, how are you?
Great. Where were you?
Yay, good.
We're
We
looking for the
found some
barracks.
eating hall. We found a bit of barracks.
We found merfolk. There's a big ass puddle of water down there, or lake.
We're folks.
And a lokatha. Lokal. What were they called?
Lokatha, I think.
I remember what it was. I just was.
Locathar. Sorry, my apologies.
We didn't see it. They said that they existed. So we didn't want to mess with them. We don't know what they are, but
As you can roll C right away a history check with advantage. 15.
15.
You know of them. They're pretty kind of. They're kind of mean. They're rude. They're not like sanguines, but they are aggressive by nature. They are not people that you would want to piss off.
I'd pass along my general knowledge.
And are they normally found in
They're
sitting next to merfolk inside of a cavern with a bunch of lizard folk?
no. They have their own clan.
They're putting together a. Apparently, the Sanguine are quite more powerful than we've expected, and have united these different groups and clans together.
It was probably a good idea to throw our lot in with them too, with all this power.
Yeah, I think so. Did you find any? We were looking for barracks to hand out weapons to. We were advised to by the sage, but we haven't had much luck finding too many people.
Oh yeah, go up, and I point up to the north, and it's like 3 doors down to the left.
Okay.
Shelly, want to check out the merfolk?
Sure.
Or do we keep looking if we've already found?
As you see these guys.
We haven't checked most of these rooms. Whatever you wish to do, we all merfolk are all the way down the end of the hallway. We skipped all of these rooms and points in the general area. Like
You can see a guard post there as they're looking at you. They don't seem to be lethal or anything like that, but they look like they're standing guard. They kind of understand you're here for a reason, as you're obviously unarmed. As they just kind of look towards you, and they kind of look below you as they don't really trust you, but they're not going to step in your way.
So we don't see anything other than just the guards over here, right?
Correct. So you do see a door now, and then you see another pathway leading to the water.
Hello.
As they chomp their teeth towards you, and they don't really respond in kind, but they don't respond in aggression either.
Well, I'm gonna sidestep this one and head towards the door.
As this one blocks you. No entrance!
The queen says we can travel here.
No entrance. As you can see quickly enough, you can see some bars on it, as it looks like a prison cell entry hall.
Or what is in there?
You can persuade him to get past if you want.
Who is in there?
As he snarls towards you. Captives.
What was that?
As he says captives. He says it very primitive. Doesn't explain what captives, but seems like he has some prisoners.
Well, the queen did really want us to check this whole place out so that we could like make a true and honest agreement. I try and persuade to get past.
Sure, roll persuasion check. 19. As he looks towards you. Don't want to upset Queen. Don't let the prisoner out.
You can watch whole thing.
As he opens the door for you. As it leads into further down into the depths. So you see multiple doors as you do here. One in this one is you kind of see kind of through the bars as it's covered in wood, as you can see like almost like a square hole. As the first one you see, it looks like a lizard folk, as a commoner lizard folk, as he looks like he's in there for probably a disciplinary measure, as he's probably attempted to escape combat or something, as it looks like he's beaten.
Second one then.
The other one is empty. Is also empty. That one is also empty. And the last one, you do see a sanguine creature in there. You see basically water on the floor, metal grills halfway across the room, swimming a shape beneath the surface. You can see there's a creature in here, obviously kept alive. As you see a sanguine kept as a captive, as it looks towards you, as it kind of snarls towards you. Ah, I would love to help. A sea elf, I see.
Who are you? And why are you in here?
A Triton held me captive by evil lizardfolks.
Why though?
Spiritually, they are mutual enemies.
Of you, it seems. But who are you?
I can assist you, as he ignores you, in fighting against the lizardfolk for freedom.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be in our best interest at this time. I start to walk away.
He kind of hisses. Alright, as you begin to find yourself into rather the guards' pools, as you see kind of illuminated by torches set in sconces along the path, a large water fills this cave, connected to the sea through the passage, a roof in the passage of the sea to the southeast, are about 5 feet above water of the main cave, 20 feet above the water. Natural except a rough ledge cut into the rock along the southern edge. You can see some lizard folk are hiding in the seaweed, but you can see them kind of swimming across their shadows as they're making sure that anybody who comes in here that are threatening will be certainly attacked.
Okay, Shelly just stepped away. We've done some stuff. We're good for now.
Yeah, we can do it for now. So we'll move to the next crew. As we'll head to the Zunis and Mujujuju.
Muji running from his life, and I trying to get you.
Which way do you want to go, left or right?
We go right. In their perspectives.
We'll take a knock.
As you hear a knock, you can hear creatures as they begin to assemble. As you do hear a bunch of creatures coming towards the door. Who's that?
Greetings. The queen said we should wander and say hello.
Roll persuasion. To persuade them that you are part of the queen's guard. You get advantage on it. 19. Alright. As they listen up as... I see. Good thing we didn't stop you. Say up at the door. As you find another barrack. Full of a shaman and some lizard folk. As well as a scaled shield individual. As you can see, there are 15 straw mattresses in here. Small chests along the tables with the benches in the center. You can see a lot of the chests are personal chests, possessions, and such. So I look towards you.
Are they cleaning weapons? Are they...
No.
What were they doing prior to our arrival?
You don't know, honestly, but they look like they're in high alert. Now they're kind of looking towards you. Not in attack motion, but it was close if you did get the natural 20. That spear could have been to your head.
Glad we got to say hello, and I'm glad you didn't hit me with the spear point there. Is there a natural leader as I look around?
No leader here. Equal.
Equal indeed. I just look around at each of them in turn. Is anyone injured that I could note, that I could tell?
Not really. You can see they have battle scars and wounds across them. They look pretty healthy for the time being.
Then I'll comment. Is anyone hurt or in need of any healing or medicine?
We do not trust you. Why should we receive what bounds of life you can give? I can do better. Does this
I'll walk.
seem like to challenge you as the shaman?
I'll walk over and say, "My name is Zunis."
This one was talking to you, not that one.
Oh, that one was talking to
It
you.
was
Sorry.
kind of threatening you in a sense that it was a better healer than you were.
I'm pretty good at healing, but my name is Zunis. What's your name?
No name for you. You are not friend.
Well, joining me with me is my monkey friend is Muju.
They look towards it, as all the lizard folk lick their lips.
I'm gonna use one of my abilities here since I've already heard them talking a lot. Gonna talk to them in Draconic, and their accent as well is like, "Don't you dare eat me."
They're talking in common right now. They've been talking.
No, I know that, but I'm gonna use their accent in their Draconic language and say that.
So they look towards you. As they like, bad juju, bad juju. They back away.
No, Muju.
What did you say?
I just said, "Don't eat me."
Demon, out! As they kind of try to shun you out.
I'm just walking out.
All right. Goodbye. Thanks.
This monkey's like the worst companion.
This is what happens when you leave monkeys alone. Or with an awful character. Are you technically awful?
I don't know.
We're now near the swamp.
Alright, you guys head into a swamp. You see this cave of giant lizards. The cave is 30 feet by 15, marshy. The ground as it turns to mud near the entrance. You can see the marsh is impossible to move at normal speed as you see these big creatures, as they look like they're creatures that are obedient but would immediately attack intruders as they look towards you, running towards you quickly enough. Roll initiative.
Oh God.
Oh, come on.
They don't have the only way you can get out of this is if you can tame them.
All right. I got this. I don't got this. Probably.
Contain them?
Tame them. They're pets. They look like they're mounts. As they see you, like they're almost like dogs, you know, like tack dogs, or like, you know, they
Jesus
don't.
Christ! Another nat 20.
That was.
All right, we're gonna get the nat 20 to 30. And so I'll just. All right. Oh, maybe you can get out of this situation or be eaten by a bunch of lizards.
Oh my!
There's a lot.
That's a lot of lizards.
I know.
Shouldn't we just go down the hallway?
Yes, run back.
No.
Muju,
Never. We must tame them.
there's no reason to.
As soon as we're gonna do
We
it.
must.
I don't see my character anywhere.
Oh, you're over far away.
I'm just saying oh, here I am. I'm just saying. I guess when they do something that changes
Yeah,
all over there, right?
It's the camera.
Okay. Just checking.
What do you want to do, Zunis?
Zunis is gonna back up, and for now.
Okay.
And come on, Muju. And I try to go down the hallway, dragging him.
All right, roll me athletics.
God damn it.
Muju, you can jump out if you want, acrobatics, or you can let him take you.
No. Refusing.
All right, you roll out of it.
It's like no. I have a sense of urgency in this one.
As he gets eaten by fucking lizards.
My calling has arrived.
All right, so what else do you want to do, Zunis? You have no action anymore.
I'm just gonna keep calling them, and I'm gonna say, "We're friendly," and then I'll keep backing up slowly. Come on, Muju.
So then it's your turn now.
Yeah.
All right, this thing runs towards you.
Oh God.
It's gonna bite you. Actually, no, I can't get to you. It's too far away. So, creeping up on you.
Oh my God. Monkey's just gonna look at us. So it's like, how the hell do we tame these things? Did you guys?
You don't have to. You can always run back towards the fucking barrack. And scream at them to help you. Or you can kill them. I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
It's not good right now.
Self-defense is a thing, but depends obviously in the category how you see it.
You guys said we shared Gator. What about Gator meat? Did you guys manage to share that to the whole party, or is it just individuals that got it?
You weren't there, so I'd say no. I don't think they would give to you.
Okay.
I think it was mostly for
Damn.
the turtle to cook it up.
Alright, screw it. I'm gonna throw 3 days worth of rations.
Roll
Like, spread out.
Alright, roll an animal handling check. With advantage. Alright.
Nice. So let's see if I can get that nat 20. Yeah.
Alright. 19, as you can see 3 of them stop attacking you as they're eating them.
Ha! I am going to try to mount the one of them at least.
All right. You do that.
Hopefully,
You can do that easily enough.
yes, I will try not to die,
All right, you're on its back.
and I will play it. Yeah, I will end my turn there.
All right. This one will move forward. This one does nothing. This one will attempt to attack you on your back. So it sees you as food. 16 to hit.
Yep.
Does or no?
Yeah, it does.
Take 4 points of piercing as it nibbles on your leg.
All right, I'm gonna use Hodosi's resilience on that. 6. So,
0. Alright. Zunis, what are you gonna do? So you see him run in. And
Muchu,
chuck
where'd
some
you
rations.
go?
it's just mounting. It's just like I got this.
What do you want to do, Zunis?
Zunis calls in, and that's all he's gonna do for now. He's not going in.
So where are you going? Alright.
I'm gonna stay here for now.
So you're not holding actions? Okay. This one's eating. This one will come here and attack you. 14 to hit, which is a miss. This one's enjoying the food.
All right, let's go for the other 3. Same thing. Just gonna chuck out 3 more rations.
Alright, roll me an animal handling check with advantage.
Let me check that out. There you go.
We're in combat as you successfully. You don't tame them, but they don't look threatening to you anymore. Because they are enjoying the food. As you notice quickly enough, Zunis, after a good minute, they don't seem to engage anymore. As you notice, they stopped as they start eating on the ground.
Muju, what did you do? I yell in. Are you alive?
I have effectively stalled for time.
Did you talk to any guards in there?
I don't see any. All I see is 4 lizards. I have masterfully diverted their attention.
Well, come back.
I'm gonna focus this specific lizard and feed it the rest of my rations.
Alright, it's just eating it. It's just taking its time. Looks like they don't get fed very often. Obviously, to train them and not overfeed them and make them too fat.
Muju, you coming?
Nah. Yeah, maybe. They can't fit inside here, right?
But they can't climb on walls. So they can fit anywhere they want. But you have to learn how to ride it. That's the new thing. This thing's so big compared to you. It's just eating, as it doesn't really mind you on its back.
I just pat its head. It's like, I will try to make friends with you soon. Plus, I need riding lessons. Big fella.
What did you tame? Do you know the name of it?
I don't know. You're big creatures. Think of it, a little monkey riding this huge thing.
Well, nice job. I'm glad that you weren't eaten.
No. We could see if we can bite off one of them. Well, specifically this one, as he's just like trying to see if he can have the animal befriend him. Just the specific one that I have.
It doesn't look like it wants to eat you, but as soon as it's done eating, it's probably gonna want to eat you. It's not.
Come
It
on.
doesn't take. It does take time to tame it, so it thinks you're not food to it. To you, you think you've tamed it right off the get go, but you notice after it starts finishing eating it, it looks towards you, moving its tongue, as you're like, oh no, oh no.
Oh no, rations! Just like chuck another.
It stops. It eats some more.
I'll get to you eventually. So he like points to the lizard.
Come on, Muju, let's go back.
I just like go like towards the wall, out of sight, and then go back, sticking my head out. Just like I'll be back, and then just go back.
All right.
They don't speak Draconic now. They're any language, right? They just speak their own.
What, the lizard or them?
Yeah. The lizards.
The lizard folk. They speak Draconic and common, but their common's really broken.
Oh, I'm talking about like the lizard I mounted.
Oh, they don't speak. They're just monsters. They're equivalent. They're basically beasts. They speak
Gotcha.
I don't know. They speak no language. They just kind of croak towards, make noises.
Gotcha.
All right. Guys, head down or up, or where are you guys going?
Should we head on up?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go tell them. I was gonna go up to them. It's like, hey. Just tell the shaman. It's just like, can I try to tame one of the
Shaman.
lizards?
As it looks towards you, it kind of it laughs at you. As it kind of like, lizard? You cannot tame lizard folk.
No, not you guys. That big monster thingy.
Giant lizard. As it laughs at you, take a while to tame. Small little creature, be eaten if must.
Oh, I fed it a lot.
As it looks towards you, no feeding allowed.
I fed all of them. Bye!
Alright, you get -2 up for that.
Ah.
This monkey
Ah.
Alright. They're not too happy you fed them, as they were not supposed to be fed. Especially foreign substance of crackers and biscuits or whatever you gave them.
Nuts and berries.
Alright.
I wasted all my rations
As
on
we
them.
continue onwards, going through this vast labyrinth of this layer, we'll continue our session next week. I know it's a little early, but there's a lot to cover. But you guys have completed half of the journey through the layer. As we'll finish the rest next session, and we'll see what your total earning in points towards the goal. Maybe you'll align with the lizard folk, or maybe you won't be. Hard to say. So far, you guys are doing pretty good. Not stealing from them, as well as trying to be fair. Of course, there is going to be some hiccups down the road. As I will see you guys for our next session. I believe it will be the 19th.
I got some payment.
Yeah, and a reminder on payment if you haven't paid. And then, of course, a recapper will be C for a recap.
That's
All right. Catch you guys
Number one advice to do:
next week.
restrain the monkey.